Now we will learn how many types of fractions are there. The first one is like fractions. The second one is unlike fractions. And the third one is unit fractions. Let us understand one by one. Like fractions. So what are like fractions? The fractions, the what are like fractions? The fractions having same denominator are called like fractions. What? The fractions having the same denominator means if the denominator of all the given fractions is same, then they are called as like fractions. So what are its examples? 2 by 9, 5 by 9, 7 by 9, 9 by 9, 11 by 9. So look here, for all the fractions, the denominator is 9. For all the fractions, the denominator is 9. Here also the denominator is 9. Here it is 9. Here it is 9. Here it is 9. Here it is 9. So for all the fractions, denominator is same. Denominator is same. So they are called as like fractions. So if the denominator is same, the fractions will be called as like fractions. Now we will understand what are unlike fractions. So the fractions having different denominator are called unlike fractions. So let us go through example. So here the fractions given are 2 by 3, 5 by 4, 7 by 8, 9 by 7, 11 by 9. So here we see all denominators are different. For all fractions, the denominators are different. 3, 4, 8, 7, 9. All denominators are different. Therefore, they represent unlike fractions. These are unlike fractions. Next, we will understand what are unit fractions. So, a fraction with numerator 1 is called a unit fraction. So, if the numerator of a fraction is 1, we will call them as unit fraction. So, let us go through the example. So, here we are given 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 7, 1 by 9. For all these fractions, the numerator is 1. Therefore, they all represent the unit fraction. Okay, these all represent the unit fraction because all these fractions have the numerator as 1. Now solve questions. The question is write the next 3 like fractions. What we have to write? Next 3 like fractions. And we know that in like fractions, the denominator of the fraction are same. So look here, the denominator of the fraction are same. So we have to write the next 3 like fractions. So 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3. So what will be the next like fraction? 4 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3. Okay. 4 by 3, 5 by 3 and 6 by 3. Okay. Next, we have to know which of the following are unit fractions. So, we know that what are unit fractions? Those fractions whose numerator is 1 are called as unit fraction. So here numerator is 1. Okay. Here numerator is 1. Here numerator is 1. Here numerator is 3, 7 and 5. So in unit fractions, what we know? In unit fractions, we know that the fractions whose numerator is 1 are called as unit fraction. So here 1 by 3 and 1 by 7 are unit fractions. 3 by 4 is not a unit fraction because numerator is not 1. 7 by 8 is not a unit fraction because numerator is 7. It is not 1. 1 by 7 is a unit fraction because the numerator is 1. 5 by 9 is not a unit fraction because the numerator is 5. So for unit fractions, those fractions whose numerator is 1 are called as unit fractions. Now we will compare the like fractions. So what are like fractions? Like fractions are those fractions which have the same denominator. So when we want to compare the like fractions, so in two like fractions, the fraction with greater numerator is greater. We know that in like fractions, denominator is same. So we have to check only the numerator, and whose numerator is greater is the greater. Okay, the fraction with greater numerator is greater. So let us go through an example. Okay, so here see the denominator is same because these are like fractions. In numerator, here it is 5 and here it is 9. So which is greater? The 9 is greater than 5. Therefore, this fraction 9 by 3 will be greater than 5 by 3. Now we will see how to order like fractions. Means we will understand the arranging order for the like fractions. So like fractions can be arranged in the following two forms. Like fractions can be arranged in the following two forms. So what are those two forms? We can arrange either in ascending order or the descending order. Okay. So in ascending order means we go from smaller to greater, and in descending order we go from greater to smaller. Now we will understand through an example how to arrange like fractions in ascending order. So we have to arrange 6 by 15, 11 by 15 and 5 by 15 in the ascending order. Okay, so here the denominator for these fractions are same because these are like fraction 15, 15, 15. Only we have to check the numerator. So in among 5, 6, 11, if we write 6, 11, 5 in ascending order, what we get? 6 is greater than 5, 11 is greater than 6. So how we can write in ascending order? Let us see. So in ascending order, we have to write the smaller number first. In ascending order, we have to write the smaller number first. So we have to check the numerator. In numerator, the smallest one is 5. So the smallest fraction will be 5 by 15. Then the next smallest number is 6. So the next fraction in ascending order will be 6 by 15 because 6 is greater than 5. So 6 by 15 will be greater than 5 by 15. Then comes 11. So 11 is greater than 6. So 11 is greater than 6. Therefore, 11 by 15 is greater than 6 by 15. So this is the way we write the ascending order. Now we will see an example to understand how to arrange the fraction in the descending order. So given here we are given three fractions. So out of 6, 11 and 5, we see that 5 is the smallest. So how to write the number in the descending order? So 5 is smaller than 6 and 6 is smaller than 11. So which is the greater number? The greater number is 11. Okay. So for the like fractions, denominator is same. So the greatest, to arrange the number in the descending order, we must write the greatest number first. So the greatest number is 11. So 11 by 18 is greater than 6 by 18 because 11 is greater than 6 and 6 by 18 is greater than 5 by 18 because 6 is greater than 5. So this is the way we represent the number, we represent the fraction in the descending order. Now we will see how to add the like fractions. We will understand addition of like fractions. So we will understand how to add the like fractions. So to add two or more like fractions, we add the numerator of the given fractions to get the numerator of the sum, and the denominator remains unchanged. Why? Because the denominator of all like fractions are same. So to find the sum of like fractions, we only need to add the numerator. The denominator remains the unchanged. So let us see one example. So n1 by d1 is the first fraction, n2 by d1 is the second fraction, and n3 by d1 is the third fraction. Look, the denominator of all these fractions is same. So to get the numerator, to get the sum of these three like fractions, we add the numerator. Numerator 1 plus numerator 2 plus numerator 3. We add these three numerators and the denominator remains the same. Denominator remains the same because the denominator for all like fractions is same. So the new fraction will be sum of the numerators divided by the denominator. Now the question is, we have to add together 5 by 25, 7 by 25, 8 by 25. Now look, all the fractions have denominator as 25. So the denominator of all three fractions is same. It is 25. Therefore, these are like fractions. So how to calculate the sum? Let us see. So 5 by 25 plus 7 by 25 plus 8 by 25 is equal to, the denominator will be same 25, and to get the numerator, what we do, we add the numerators. So 5 plus 7 plus 8. So 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20. So the addition of all these fractions is 20 by 25. Now we will understand subtraction of like fractions. So to subtract two like fractions, we subtract the smaller numerator from the greater numerator to get the numerator of the difference, and the denominator remains unchanged. Okay, means if we want to subtract two like fractions, the denominator will be the same, but to get the numerator, we have to subtract the smaller numerator from the greater numerator. So let us understand through an example. So this is the first fraction, this is the second fraction. N1 by D1 is the first fraction, N2 by D1 is the second fraction. So to calculate the difference, the denominator will be same. So the denominator is D1, and to get the numerator, we subtract the first numerator with the second numerator. So N1 minus N2. So let us go through an example. We have to subtract 5 by 12 from 11 by 12. So 11 by 12 is greater than 5 by 12. Why? Because denominator is same and 11 is greater than 5. So 11 by 12 minus 5 by 12, the denominator will be the same. So the denominator is 12, and to get the numerator, we subtract the greater numerator from the smaller numerator. So 11 minus 5. So the answer will be 6 by